Hello, everyone. We lost our presenter. Not sure what happened. Glad you guys can make it. While waiting for our presenter, thank you guys for coming into Feel Good Fridays. It's our first Friday of every month. We do Feel Good Fridays, which is a platform that the SMB office has set up to um, notice and promote and to encourage women-owned businesses. Last month we had D Girl from Bridgeport. This month, I hope she can reconnect soon. I'm not sure what happened. We have Tamekia Lemus with Designed by Mika, custom made. She's gonna, when she gets back up on, she'll be able to talk about her business. We're gonna ask her some questions, and today's topic of discussion is balancing work life and professional, so business life and personal life. To kind of how does that get managed? How do you manage that as a business owner? Um, Again, I'm not sure she was in the queue, but I don't see her yet. Not yet. Let's see. Um, let's see. Uh, Not sure what's going on. Shakima, hello. I see Lily twice. Let me try to give her a call. Give me, give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So, is your mic on? I think your mic is off. Oh wait, is it me? Oh, it's you. Allow mic. There we go.
Ready. Hello.
All right, there we go. So there we go. So I did a small introduction. So I guess in the benefit of time. So let's just go through it. The name of your business is Designed by Mika, custom
Yeah.
made. Can you just tell the viewers that will watch and are watching, okay, a little bit about yourself, your name, where did you come from? How did your business start? And what inspired you to start your business?
So my name is Tamekia Lemus. Originally from Mississippi, but I've been living here in Bridgeport for 5 years this year. I started Design by Mika as a hobby in 2018. I wanted to learn how to start working on building my own doll houses and potentially selling homemade items, DIY items. I'm sorry, and it just kind of grew from there. My passion started with working with children wherever I have lived. I've always tried to do anything homemade for kids. And I don't know, it just grew. I fell in love with the idea of miniature doll houses. I fell in love with resin art and so many different things. So instead of just launching my business right out, I decided to teach myself to become better at what I was doing. I formed my business in New York, but I didn't start selling until I wanted to learn more about how to actually run it, and that's when I moved to Connecticut and I decided to do it then.
Do you have what were some of your, I guess, what was your biggest inspiration to take it from doing something as a hobby to saying, you know what, I want to make this my business?
Um, what started with the miniature dollhouses was my grandmother had got diagnosed with dementia when I was living in Texas, right before I moved to New York in 2015. And she was in the early stages. So I was traveling back and forth on the highway a lot when I first got in New York, headed back to Mississippi just to spend time with her because it is a very well known illness in my family, and it affected her as being one of the older children of my great grandparents. She was one of the ones that was affected at a very early age, and of course, we all rallied together as a family, wanted to try to put memories in her mind, and so she won't forget us, and we can preserve that. I grew up with her. She raised me, and I don't know, it was very hard for me. So I wanted to recapture some things that I remembered as a little girl that she used to do because my values and morals really came from both my grandparents. Fast forward to now, I've made miniature homes to preserve those memories. I kind of center it around a lot. What happened concerning with my grandmother, because I
Mhm.
always felt like a keepsake is a keepsake. A gift is a gift, but a memory is something different. You want to preserve it as long as you have it because one day it may not be there. She's 95, she'll be 96, and she has Alzheimer's. And of course, she doesn't remember any of us, but I'm in the process of working on something that it's just going to be sitting around one special memory that I have with her, and in that memory, I'm gonna put it in her when I go back to see her in a nursing home. I'm going to put it in her room. So hopefully she'll remember. And I just think that that is what motivated me to
Mhm.
really go after Design by Mika and center it around custom made gifts and keepsakes.
That's inspiring to know because I think it's when we as small business owners and people that delve into the business arena for small businesses, it's important to know that it's important to keep that perseverance, to keep on going, keep on going, keep on going,
Mhm.
um, regardless of the obstacles or situations come your way, but to keep on going. Like Dory said in Nemo, keep on swimming. Because eventually, if you keep on swimming and keep on going, eventually you'll get to the destination that or close to the destination or towards the destination that you set for yourself. And even when hearing your grandmother's story, that's a statement of perseverance in itself. Despite the challenges that are in your face that you're presented with, you still have to keep on going and keep on pushing. And that shows also a sign of a sense of focus. When you focus on the target, You keep on going, and motivation. So, designed by Mika. Um, how do people find you, or how do you become available to people in the Bridgeport area? In the case they're like interested, like let's just say you have someone listening or watching that says, I want to make a dollhouse. How can they find you?
So I am on social media on Facebook and Instagram as Designed by Mika Custom Made Designs. You can find me at Facebook or Instagram, or you can actually email me at designedbymika.com. I am actually doing a couple of projects in the works of now, starting February 22nd. I will be at the Main Street Library, the Bridgeport Public Library on Broad Street. And I will be doing a 4 week miniature dollhouse. I'm sorry, miniature room box class. It's a room box. I centered that class strictly around mothers and daughters bonding. So it'll be 4 weeks. So it'll be 4 Saturdays from the February 22nd all the way up until, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry, March 23rd. And with those, that Saturday, you just commit to 90 minutes, come in and let your creation kind of take its course and enjoy some free time with your daughter, your niece, any loved one you want to bring.
So basically, it's open to the public, and specifically kind of focused for mothers and daughters as a bonding session. It's like I think back in the day, like a little tea time with your daughter. This is
Yeah.
that tea time to kind of talk about things and discover your crafts, and inspire people. Um, Outside of that, do you? I know the topic of today's discussion is balancing that work life and business life balance. How do you do that? Or how would you encourage, or how would you suggest, maybe there's a new business owner that may be a mom, single mom, or, with a job and kids and husband and, family. What are your suggestions on making like that work? How does it work for you?
Well, as a wife and a mother, I'm actually a mother of eight, but I only have one in the home with me and a grandmother. um it's all about perseverance and what do you see yourself at. We always make these checklists. I think everyone has that way of making a checklist and never going about it. I always, in anything I'm planning for the week, I try to do the most important things that starts that week out. Once those things have been completed, I move on to things that are secondary to my list and things that are not on a high priority. It
Right.
is. I'm not gonna lie to you that it's easy. It's not. But if you're willing to persevere and just willing to be a go-getter, it eventually you'll come up with a schedule where you're able to manage your personal and your professional life. Don't overwhelm yourself and don't think above more than what you can do for yourself, your community, and always remember yourself, self-love, and your family. Those are the two things that come first.
So what does a typical day in Tamekia's life look like when, let's just say, for instance, you have like for instance, you have the upcoming event. I'm gonna try to get that flyer in the chat so people can see it. So you have an event coming up, like at the downtown Bridgeport Library, and and that's gonna, let's just say you have 50 people register, and then you still got that's the business side, but you still got to take care of the house. What does a typical day look like? What time do you wake up in the morning? Are you like an early morning, or what does it look like?
I'm a pretty early person. It kind of depends, but working from home does have its advantages. But I would say the a typical day for me, if I'm prepared, since I'm preparing for this event within the next couple of weeks, I'm normally up by 7:30, and my house chores I try to finish at night. Um, I feel like if I go to bed with a clean house, I'll wake up with one, so I try to make sure it's already done. My
Mhm.
husband is very supportive, so he makes sure his schedule is when he works is during the day and my stepdaughter is at school. So it kind of gives me the whole house to myself because I am working from home right now. Once I finish my daily prayer and my daily morning motivational reading, I go ahead and I start on the tasks that are most important. Being that I'm preparing a lot of room boss kits is always good, and I use my laser cutter. It's always good to use it earlier in the day part. I try not to schedule any events that will conflict with me preparing for my own. And if there's events that come up, I attend as much as I possibly can, or I work around, that schedule to be able to, because I still have meetings and I'm still bringing on different clientele. So I try to make sure I'm committed to each event and giving a positive outcome to that event. And then, but I stop work um, 3 days a week early. I don't work on the day that my husband's off. I'm devoted to him, and his things that he wants to pursue. I'm supportive of him in his goals as well. So we have our date night or our day brunch, so to speak, and try to make sure that I'm done with work no later than 6 or 7 o'clock. Because some days I may be at the sewing machine for 8 hours, or some days I may be at
Mhm.
the laser cutter for as long as that, or messing with resin. So it kind of depends on what the priorities of that week is.
That's good to know. So it
Mhm.
sounds like the key is prioritizing, to
Yes.
making
Yeah.
sure there's not even just prioritizing, but having a plan and then
Yes.
prioritizing the plan. That's good to know. So I mean, as a takeaway, small business owners can definitely see that there's power in the priority. Without plans and priority, you won't have the power or the mindset to kind of go through with the things and the tasks you have to do. So everyone listening, prioritize your plans for the day. Um, what do you think would be one of what's your biggest challenge as it pertains to, and maybe there isn't any, but as it pertains to like balancing like personal and in business as a business owner, what's the biggest challenge that you could probably give prospective business owners like a heads up on?
Don't overwork yourself, and it's not wrong to say no. I know as small business owners, we all feel like we have to do more than what we were doing when we were working a regular job, as far as 9 to 5 job, and we're working out of the home. No, sometimes it's good to make sure your priorities are in line with that day. I do a checklist of on Sundays of what I need to do. If I know that Monday is a good paperwork day, let's make that a good paperwork day. If I know that I have a webinar or I have a class or a training, because I try to get to as many of those trainings as I possibly can through SMBE. Um, I'm going to make sure I don't prioritize something that's most important on that day. Focus, focus, focus. And if you're tired, stop doing what you're doing, because if you're working when you're tired, it's not be your best self. So I make sure that when I get to the point where I'm tired, I get up and I stop. And there are days that my work area may not look perfect than my house looks. And I'm fine with that, because it's going to get messed up again the very next day. So just look at it as a way of making sure that you don't overwork yourself. And it's nothing wrong with saying no.
Say no. And I think that also goes hand in hand with the priorities. Again, as a small business owner, and I say, at all of our networking events and all of our seminars we do, I often say, when you're the small business owner, you are the CEO, you are the HR, you are the maintenance, you are the coffee go getter, you are the proofreader, and you are everything when it comes to small business, because essentially you are your business. And sometimes when you're so inundated with what you have to do and then trying to meet the goals that you set for yourself, it can, I feel, I agree, it can be kind of um, cumbersome to be left with the thought, do I go to this pop-up that I could possibly make some money at, knowing that I have, an event to prepare for myself? Do I
Yeah.
do I skip the money for the outreach, or do I go to the outreach and get? So I could totally agree. So that prioritizing thing comes right back around again, and I think one thing for small business owners to take away is that it's like you just said, it's okay to say no, because there's always going to be another opportunity.
Yes, definitely.
Where you look for the opportunity, or if you make yourself available, is one thing, but there's always going to be an opportunity. Sometimes it might not be the ideal opportunity you envision, but there's always going to be an opportunity for small businesses if you just keep your ears to the floor. Um, so okay, so you had mentioned about doing. You're going to have the class at the downtown library.
Yes,
I'm trying to.
I'm sorry.
No, I was trying to find the Teams is a little bit new to me, but I was trying to find where I can insert it. What I can do though is for the watchers that are watching, I'll leave my email in the chat. If you email me, actually, if you're not on our email list, reach out to me so I can add you to our email list. And then all of the events that are going on, actually, I have them right here. All the events that are going on through our department, you'll be where if you're in the area and you want to stop by and grab some flyers, oh, you can't see it. If you want to grab some flyers, you can certainly stop by at 999 Broad Street, which is right actually next to the Bridgeport Public Library downtown, and pick up our flyers. Um, and get you can be on board with all the wonderful events we have for small businesses and the resources available. So talk about a little bit more about the event that's going to happen on what's the date again? February 22nd. What should people expect when they get there? What kind of experience are you trying to create?
So register through the library, and we're just gonna be about having fun. I am a very fun person. I kind of go overboard with y'all children, so don't mind me. I just like kids. But if they're a little wild when they get home, it's not a bad thing. Believe me. We're
Sugar
gonna
high.
be working on a room box, and I set the room box to actually be a bedroom and a bathroom. I do have a model that's in the library on the children's side. So if anyone is close and want to go look at it, it's right on the children's side. Miss Christian is the head librarian on that side, and I left her a whole model that's already complete. Everything is handmade by me. The bed kit, the actual room box, the bedding, the mattress, everything as far as
Oh,
any type of furniture or accessories. We'll talk about colors. I'll have so much that you can choose from. The only thing I just ask is that you give me 90 minutes of your devoted time to me and your child or your loved one, with no cell phone use. That's the only thing I ask of, because this is something that God put on my heart to do. I'm actually moving on. Have a contract with the library now, so I will be offering a summer camp for the kids. This
mhm.
is going to be a 6 week summer camp, and it'll be up to 4 days out of the week. And they'll be doing
Okay.
something new and different. And I'm taking children from the ages of 5 to 17, whether they're male or female. Just come on out and drop them off. They'll be in safe hands with me, believe it. And in the summer camp, I will be offering healthy snacks and beverages for the kids. So you don't even have to worry about bringing nothing for them.
That's cool. It's good to know that there's other avenues rather than video games all summer.
Yes.
Get out and see the sun. Oh, that what's the sun? It's that big thing in the sky that that people just forget is there because nowadays I think in our culture now we always spend so much time inside. So this is
Yes.
a good way for kids to get outside and kind of get some fresh air and meet new kids and meet establish new friendships. So okay, so we're almost at the end, but I want you to go into like what else are you doing, in addition to um, Design by Miko. What else is on the horizon? What else do you want the viewers and watchers to know as far as what's going on with you and any projects or endeavors you're working on?
So I dabble in a lot of different things, Jason. One of the biggest things that has been a blessing to me, I'm actually a pageant queen, so I'm in the pageant world. So I've been in the pageant world for about almost 5 years now. I will be competing representing Connecticut. Our pageant was actually postponed. I was supposed to be leaving for Vegas next week, but it's been postponed due to strikes in Vegas until July of this year. But I haven't. me and my stepdaughter are part of a pageant that's called Mother Daughter USA. It is a national pageant, and working with the director, I have been in agreement with my husband and our attorneys. I am now the owner of that pageant, and I will be headquartering that pageant here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Our very first nationals will be in September of this year. I will have all details out, and I want to just say it's a blessing in disguise because I'm very open in anything I do within the community. In any
Mhm.
community I've ever lived in, I've always been active. But I can say that Bridgeport is definitely my home now. It will be my home, and I will do whatever it takes to devote myself to any type of activity or any type of event that I can help sponsor or even sponsor put on myself for our children because they're
Mhm.
very important and they are our future. So those are just some things. I do have a pop up that's coming up on February 25th that I'll be a part of at the Housatonic um, College. And also one of the small businesses that was chosen for the at the University of Bridgeport for the accelerator program. I am
Mhm.
going into my fifth week. It's an amazing program. A lot of opportunities have opened up, and I have met some of the most wonderful people in this program that have small businesses, and I have connected with them on a professional and personal basis. So it's all good things, and anything that I can do to help, I'm gonna be there.
That's good to hear. What is your email so that anyone wants to reach out to you? What is that again?
So my email is designbymika@gmail.com. And if anybody wants to
Design.
reach out to me, Design by Mika, all lowercase. You can contact me via Facebook, Messenger, or and also on my Instagram, I have my phone number listed. So please, if you need anything or you need help with anything, just let me know. The last thing I want to add, Jason, is that for the summer camp program that I'm doing, I am looking for volunteer older young adults. I'm looking for 14 through 17, but mostly I want to gear toward the juniors and seniors of the class of 2026. And that's because I know that they need their community service hours, and I am certified as a business where you can volunteer and come in to earn your service hours in my summer camp. And I'm also certified to give out the United Service Award. That's the presidential award that's awarded through AmeriCorps. If you
Mhm.
do a minimum of 50 hours or more, I can come to your awards event next year at school and I can give you that medal or that certificate.
Okay. That's also good to know. Because our department is actually working, beginning some a partnership with one of the high schools in Bridgeport for a work internship program. So it's
Amazing.
good to know. So we're doing some things for the youth because again, the youth are our future.
They are.
So yeah, so it was so great to actually talk to you and people that joined can kind of get a little bit of glimpse of Design by Mika. And then I left the Facebook, the Instagram, and your email in the chat. So if anyone wants to, reach out to you or more information, and once again, we're gonna also post this on our YouTube channel. So there, that'll be up there forever, and the people can access you and want more information. They have your contact information. So again, thank you so much for agreeing to be the February Feel Good Friday speaker. Next month we have Miss Marcia Fountain, and she's going to be our March presenter. So if anyone's watching, if you haven't heard Marcia, I call her Auntie Marcia because she's a wonderful woman. She has a great presence and a great energy, and you don't want to miss that episode either. Again, thank you, Tamika, and
Thank you.
hope you enjoy the rest of your day and be safe out there.
Thank you. Thank you all. Have a good
All
one.
right, bye bye.